Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Mr. and Mrs. I am Mrs. Andrea Whiteman,
I am Mr. Curtis Whiteman.
and we are here to just talk and share with you. We just finished celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary. We've been married for 15 years.
15 years.
15, Curtis. Can you believe it? Yeah,
No.
15 years. And so we want to just share our story, talk about us. Hopefully, you can put in the comments. Make sure that you like, love, and share. Share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, love, share. And if you're watching, put in your questions, your concerns. What do you want us to talk about? What do you want us to share? But right now, we're talking about the story of Curtis and Andrea.
You know, one thing I love, before I go to my spiel, I love that our audience, the people that watch, they engage.
Yeah.
Like, we watch them along, typing them, like, talking back to them. I love that.
Yes.
So
we watch along with y'all, so that
we do.
you know that when we're answering questions, we're commenting, we're talking
Laughing,
back to you,
all that stuff.
So it's good. Thank you for engaging with us.
And keep engaging. It makes watching fun.
Right.
I mean, of course,
Right.
we're watching because it's our product, but I feel like it's all of us. Like it's like a community almost.
Yeah. And if you're doing the the rewatch or you're watching later, still put in your comments because we go back
still
and
talk.
check. We'll still answer you. We'll still talk to you. So still comment if you're doing the rewatch. Still comment.
If you're on YouTube, like and comment because we actually answer your comments. Yes, we do.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we do. All right, so we're going to jump in. You know, we usually open up for our questions.
Okay.
And all right, let's see what we're holding this month. Okay, first question. Again, this is for people who could learn a little more about us.
Okay.
First question is, what is something that might surprise people about you? What is something that might surprise people about you?
That I have like a fun, silly side.
Absolutely.
I don't think, people wouldn't think that about me. People that see me engaged in other arenas or areas of my life, they wouldn't think that.
They probably think you're overly serious.
Yeah, that I have that fun, silly side. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
We have a good time. We
Yeah.
do. Now for me, something that might surprise people about me. I think I mentioned this last month, but unfortunately, I'm a crier. And I cry on all different kinds of spectrums. I'm a happy crier. There's times I'd be so happy I cry.
Right.
I'm a sympathetic crier. If you're crying, I'm crying with you.
Right.
You know, it's something about when I turned 30 that just cracked open tears in me. I've cried more years since turning 30 than the old years prior.
Right.
And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm not used to this.
Yeah, so you have that emotional side. I think that people would actually be surprised. I mean, they see you with your kids, but you actually love kids.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I know, they see you with Sam and Adriana, but you actually love kids. You actually,
I do.
All of them, your nieces, nephews, and I don't know if it's a fun fact, but one fact, Curtis doesn't have any godchildren.
That's true.
And at all the nieces and nephews that he have, and people's children that he grew up with, and he have as his nieces and nephews, he does not have any godchildren, and they missed out. Yeah, they don't even realize how much they missed out.
I mean, because I think then it was those signs that I would be where I am today. So it was like, I don't know. We like him as a friend, but do I want to give my kid over to him? I don't know.
Right.
But
Right.
Especially when your friends having kids at 16, 17, you're not mature yet.
Right,
You're
right.
just not that person.
Right.
But even with that, I still treat my nieces and nephews as if they were.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Call me. Let me know if
Right.
you need something. Like
Right,
I don't
right.
run from that.
No, you
If you
definitely
need
taking
anything,
care
call
of them.
me.
Yeah.
If there's something you can't tell your parents,
You're there for
unless it's
support.
life or death, I'll take it to the grave for me.
Yeah,
And we'll work through it.
Yeah,
That's
financial support, emotional support, all of that.
all of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I actually like kids. So yeah, that's something. Surprise people about me.
Yep.
My demeanor sometimes you probably wouldn't think that,
Right.
but I do. I'm a kid advocate. Like don't do a kid wrong in front of me.
Right.
That's a
Right.
problem.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's
That was
interesting.
good. Yeah.
Next question. Something minor that your partner does that has no business setting you off.
Um, so many things.
Wow.
um, uh, just sitting on the side of the bed, shaking, just shaking.
That's soothing to me though.
I know, but that just sets me off.
Set you off? I thought it annoyed you. I didn't think it set you
Like,
off.
like I want to kick you out the whole room when you do it. Like, just get out. Just get
Well,
out.
shake on the couch.
right. Go shake out there.
Please.
Yeah.
I shake, I rub my feet together, do all kinds of stuff so I can just get all my nervous energy out. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And another thing that I've learned to tolerate, and I think you're aware of it, so you don't do it as much, like trying to be affectionate while I'm cooking. I know some ladies, y'all might like that. It irks me. Like, I'm trying to get this meal done. Like, don't come trying to kiss me and hug and all of that. Get out. If you're not going to help me, get a knife and a spoon and start cooking. Beat it. But
Beat it. Wow.
but now I think, you was like, okay,
Yeah, get out the way.
can I come kiss your cheek? Yes, I'm like, yes, come on. All right. And then you leave me alone.
That's true. I do ask you now.
Yeah.
If anything, I stand by the other door and just talk to you. I'll be like, oh,
right. You don't even try to get in my space. Yeah.
Because you might want to step to the left or the right and I'll be in the way.
Right.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah. Irking me.
I got
Setting
the way.
me off.
Setting you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this is super minor. I might sound a little crazy saying this, everyone. I hate when you finish your leftovers. I be eyeing it like I'm going to take that to work tomorrow.
My food.
Yes,
you
your
hate
food.
when I finish it.
Or if I was a work from home day and you go to work and you should take your lunch, your fruit.
Right.
Ah!
Like, I was trying that. I was going to eat that. I think all of y'all, if I have leftovers, like, I might not eat it the exact next day. I might have it for the day after that. They're like, okay, you're not going to eat it? Yes, I'm going to eat it. It's mine. Just leave it. It's mine.
This curse has fallen down from you since Noni. Holding food. I'm like, if you don't hurry up and eat this steak or whatever it is that's left over,
Right.
I want it. I'm telling you, that really irks
I
me.
might not want it the exact next day, but I'm going to have it the day after. But no, if I don't have it, they're eyeing it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a tie between actually eating your leftovers and I would say taking your time. Like, I'm like, that's why I think our son Sam get it from. Like, nothing's urgent, and I'm an urgent person. I move as if it's the end of the world every day.
Yes,
like, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And she'd be
I
like,
hate that too.
I gotta move.
Like,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're going to get there when we get there.
Like, you don't take time seriously. This is disrespectful to be late. To me, lateness is disrespect.
Okay.
That's not even something my mother or father told me. That's something, that's me, that's my personal.
Right, because you don't like to
value.
be left waiting.
I don't. So I'd rather not have anyone wait for me.
Right.
So the time says 2 o'clock. I might not get there 1:59, but I'll be there on time.
Right.
If it's up to me. Y'all think I'm a horrible mister. I have left her to go somewhere so I can be on time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That
is true.
You get there how you get there.
Yeah. I have to take my Uber by myself.
In some ways, I think you like it, though. I think
Because you have left me at peace. I can just move how I want to. Yeah. Sometimes I do it. I like it. It's okay.
But don't worry, guys. I don't make a scene while
Because I
I'm
have
moving.
said, like, go ahead. Go.
And that'd be my okay. Say less. I'm not gonna ask you. Are you sure? Okay.
See, that's our dynamic. It's okay. It's no hard feelings. Like, I can't believe he left me. No, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that was nice. Nice to know. So today, we're telling the story of us.
Yep.
our story. Some people that know us that don't know our story just know like, oh, they're married.
Right.
But unless you was there like the very beginning or family, like you probably don't know. So I figured today would be a nice segue. Being that last month was our anniversary.
Right.
We can tell that story.
Okay. All right.
Since I was an initiator, I was an initiator. I'll tell my part. For some that don't know, there is a little bit of an age difference between us.
Yes.
There's an age difference. I met her, I will say, like probably high school, 13, 14. Well, I wasn't even in high school yet when I met y'all. So I would say met you, I was probably 13, 14.
Okay.
I was like, this lady's pretty. She's really, really pretty. Then I actually met her at a community choir rehearsal. I guess I used to be in the choir. Yes.
Right.
And she was like one of the leaders of the choir. So I was like, okay, well. There was a lot of girls there, of course. You have to just get altos and sopranos. But I was like, lady over there, she's pretty. I always like older women. I'm just throw that out there. I think the last few ladies I dated before getting married were older than me. I'm talking about like 5 to 7 years older. Of course, my mother didn't like that. I was younger, but she got over it. She got over it. So yeah, I think what happened was, again, to backtrack, I was about 13, 14, and I think I waited till maybe 21, 22 to really approach and say, hey. So this is back in the day when there was AOL.
Right.
Messenger.
We talked about that before. Right. AIM.
I'm AIM, yes. So I don't know how I got her information on AIM. I found out and I sent her a message. And we really didn't talk like that as friends. We really didn't.
No.
I saw her. She saw me. Hey, keep it moving.
It was no personal talk.
No. We probably talked to each other's other circles of friends in their circle, but we really didn't engage.
Right.
Really didn't. Which is kind of weird, but it's okay. That's what it was. Odd thing was that my friends call her auntie. I never call her auntie because I'm like, she's cute. I can't call her auntie. That's sick.
That's a little twisted.
It's a little sick. Not like nowadays. Nowadays, people just calling the bro and sis and assuming each other.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I get it because it's public. You can try to play it out like nothing's going on. But so I waited and I was like, Was it on your phone these days? You actually had to go on the computer.
On the computer, yeah. That was the dial-up.
Yep. And I said, hey, beautiful. And she didn't respond for like 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, I don't know if I can take this message back. I know she's on. She saw it. I think your response was like, hey, or something like that. But I know in her mind, she was like, where are you going to come from with this? Yeah, so that's how we started.
Right.
Simple AOL messenger message.
Right. Yep. That was it.
Right.
That was it.
And you was probably thinking like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah. It was strange. It was from out of nowhere. I was like, and I knew with the hey beautiful, it wasn't that I was just oblivious to flirtation or flirting. So I knew the hey beautiful was like, I was like, where is this coming from? So I said hello. I said hey, and that's how the conversation started. Yeah. So did we? I guess we had to have exchanged phone numbers. I don't even know if we had cell phones back then, though.
No, we had cell phones, but I don't think we had each other's contact.
Right.
I had your home number because we were in the same circle.
Right, and I remember I had
friends.
your home number. I mean, later actually, I already knew your home number from being in the community choir. I had all your information.
Yeah. But I was, I can't even call it friend zone. I guess nephew zoned.
Yeah. It was.
Wasn't even on your radar.
Yeah, it wasn't. That. Right. I mean, it wasn't really nephew either.
Because we weren't really that close.
Right.
We weren't.
Right.
I was closer to your friends than really you.
Exactly.
But I think subconsciously, I kept my distance because I was attracted to her. I didn't want to tell myself I say anything stupid or throwing it out like, ugh.
Overstepping any bounds or anything like that before you tried.
Because, I could be a little flirtatious, so, it would have came out. If I would have been closer to you then, it would have came out much sooner.
Right. Okay.
Much sooner.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. So we went on, we exchanged numbers or however we did. And we did share on the last month with our questions. We finally set up a little date. We were supposed to go on a date, which fell through.
Fell through in a hard way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it wasn't. I mean, it's part of our story now. So we were supposed to go out on a date. We're supposed to go to the movies, and my little study group in church, of course, went over too long. So we ended up just going to McDonald's. Our first date.
Our first date was at McDonald's.
Remember that? He took the train to the junction, I think.
It's like 4 stops.
Yeah,
like
it was like, yeah.
Do you remember what happened when we was waiting for the train?
It was Halloween, so people were egging, throwing eggs and stuff.
And I had my Timbs on, and it was clean. My Timbs were clean. And I got egg on my Timbs.
You going on a date.
Yeah, you put your best stuff on.
Right.
And I got egg on my Timbs. So y'all know.
Yeah, that was Halloween.
I think I just threw them out. I don't think I even...
Yeah, probably. Knowing you now, you probably threw them out.
Yeah, I'm very meticulous when it comes to my clothes. So I'm pretty sure I threw them out. Just
I'm sure
I can't fix this. This is from the same person. I'm talking about me. This is from the same person that used to wear t-shirts one time. I mean, first out the pack, put it on.
Yeah.
When I'm done,
Yeah.
throw them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because something out there,
That is
that out the
so
pack feeling. Oh my gosh, you can't
crazy.
beat that.
Listen. I know. We're gonna come back to this. When people tell you that daughters usually marry someone that's just like their father, I was not aiming. I mean, and my father is the best man that I know. Like all girls, your dad is your first love. You understand? I did not know that my husband was so much like my father. So y'all heard he just said he would wear a t-shirt one time and then throw it out. My mom used to tell us a story when she first met my father. He had all these dress shirts down in the closet because he would never wear a shirt twice. He would buy new shirts every time he would go out or want to do this thing. He was buying a new shirt. And my mother was like, just washed it. Why are you wearing a new shirt each time? He's like, because he had a little job he could. So he just buy him a new shirt. Like, why are you trying to? He wasn't worried about washing. So, my mother, she went and got all them shirts and washed them.
You gonna wear this here shirt again?
You gonna wear this shirt again, man. You wasting this money buying new shirts every time you go out like you rich. But yeah, and that is you.
Yeah, I act like I'm rich.
Yes.
I do.
Yes, and sometimes I have to remind you, man. you must not know. Like we're not poor, but we've
come a long way financially. We have, our income has just gone.
Thank you, Jesus. But
over the years.
You're gonna wash this shirt and wear it again.
But I'm not trying to sound spiritual, but I promise you, I really believe God provides for those that have that mentality.
Absolutely.
Like my bill's still paid. They're still paid. We're not in debt. And I still live the way I want to live.
Right.
If anything, it's getting worse in the way that I'm buying different higher end brands.
Right. You
Just getting
move up
worse.
to higher end as your money has increased. But the more that you have and the more that you spend, then like you said, God is blessing you on all those things. It says
I know when to stop spending now. I do. I'll be like,
right. We don't go in debt. We don't go in debt trying to buy things now. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of our story.
So we had our first date at McDonald's, and no one knew it was like such a, we kept it between us, all of that.
I have a memory.
I
don't know if it was before or after. So we went to Tony DiNapoli's.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
I don't know if it was a birthday or for what reason we went out there in Manhattan. We rode all the way out there.
Right. I think it was part of the little birthday club friends.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So for some reason, I think the guys, we walked in last. I think it was only 3 or 4 of us, three or 4 guys. It's like, hey, y'all sit here, you sit here. The seat's already planned. Like, first of all, that seemed a little weird. Now I know why that happened. Like, let's split these fools up.
Right. They split y'all up.
Because, we had private jokes. So, and we were sitting there, and I don't think we had our first date because I think at this point we addressed that I was flirting with you. And I was like, oh, she did get the message. Okay. So
I think we did. I think we had our first date already.
So, okay, we might have. But I remember being a little fresh that night. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah. But we had just had I mean, our first date was just, it
It was
wasn't
sitting
like
there. It
no
wasn't
whole
enough.
hands, not all of that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're sitting, eating. First of all, I love that restaurant. We have to go back.
Yeah.
We haven't been back since I proposed.
Right.
So we're sitting there eating, talking, trying to act natural, like we naturally would.
Right.
But not trying to give off the whole table full of people that like
Right.
they're cackling a whole lot. You know, people reading that kind of stuff. So we're trying to act. But the whole time, she had a skirt down to her ankle that day. I am sitting on rubbing her whole leg and thigh, everything on the table.
Just being fresh.
Being fresh. And I'm telling myself, well, she ain't slapped me yet, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
And I'm like, okay, like, don't smile and make these people like, what are you smiling at, saying? What you laughing about? Trying to keep a straight face and all of that.
She liked it.
Under the table being fresh.
You liked it. You know you the way I know you now. You like that I was just even making a move, one.
Right.
And two, just being willing to throw myself out there and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, just the boldness of it.
It was bold. It was bold.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this girl has to have the potential to punch me in the face.
Right. Exposure in front of all these people.
Get your hand off my leg. What he did Malcolm X?
Yeah, get your hand out my pocket. Right.
I thought it was going to be one of those. I said, oh, she didn't move my hand.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just gonna be here right under this whole knee right today. That's what we're going to do.
Yep. Yeah, so that was good. That was an interesting part of our story. Definitely.
Definitely. So I think the longer we were dating, the less we were able to hide it, because the people start asking questions like, "What's this? What's that? What's it?" Like,
Right.
just friends.
Right. We're just friends. What are you talking about?
Just friends. I mean, a man and a woman can't just be friends. It's possible.
Right.
Jeez.
Right.
But people, they just. But I'm thankful that we still were able to keep it together with people trying to talk or trying to figure it out.
Right.
Because that alone could have tore it apart. Because I know people were saying things on your end.
Definitely.
Don't fool with him, and people were telling me things on my end. Don't fool with her.
Right.
And yet we're married.
And
Still married. Outlasted their marriages.
Right. Exactly. That is very true. That is very true.
See, the first will be last, and the last should be first.
But then our Sam came first.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, and
Surprise!
that was a hurdle. We had to tell everybody. Like when that came out, like of course, like oh my goodness, Dean, and it's Curtis, baby. For those that didn't know, then that was a big shock.
It's a big shock. So, all right, so everyone, so you're seeing Curtis at this age now. I was not this mature. I was not this polished. I was a teenager. Yeah. Even though I wasn't a teenager in age,
right.
I was still very young. I was still immature. I was still had potential to boom, go off and tell somebody off.
Right.
So it was all those things. I just wasn't.
Right, because by this time I think it was like 23, 22, like 23. That.
But like I said, I wasn't polished. I wasn't very refined yet.
Right.
So, and then, like I said, there's the age difference. So you're wondering how this work out.
Right. Well, how does this happen? This is not going to work.
But I remember one of the first things you told me when our first conversations was, and I think that's why we kind of hooked together. You told me, you're a lot more mature and smarter than people play you to be. Right. Like you're a lot more deeper. You're a lot smarter. You're a lot like.
And that was only because I had those conversations with you. I mean, because we talked once we started talking, we talked all the time.
Yeah.
And had long conversations. And I was like, wow. I was really impressed after talking to you because that was not the persona that you had, all the years prior.
It was young and
mature. In the group that you were with. Right. Like you were always, quote unquote, less than the other ones.
or I was a butt of the joke,
right,
that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah. And so it was a different persona. It was a different when I actually talked to you and heard your mind and your opinions and your views. I was like, okay, like, they play you down.
But that's why I only got so far in that circle because that's the box I was in.
Right.
Well, where people are like, where you seeing him? Like I see what I
Yeah.
see what
Yeah.
his words. I see him. Y'all looking at wherever box you try to put him in.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
so for that reason alone, when it comes to like now that we're doing better financially and if you want something, I'm like, say less.
Right. Right.
I'm not gonna get where I'm at now or keep ascending higher. They're like, you know what? I deserve better. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give to who's giving to me. You're my day one, so
Right.
I ain't gonna find some new chick. No, we're not doing that.
Right.
Besides, honestly, if I did find a new person, they'll probably give me back. Like, take him back.
They might try. They might try.
It takes a special person to be married to me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't live in the same house.
Yeah. So so we had our Sam. That's my oldest son. Well, my oldest, because
Our oldest son?
Yeah, we only have our.
You say my like I'm
Our.
like I raise him.
Our oldest, and then we got engaged. And do you remember that day? Oh my goodness! So the day we got
September
engaged,
26th.
September 26th.
It's Cherion's birthday.
Right, that's Trevion's birthday. So I had like the worst day at work. My boss was being
and it was a rainy day, and you don't like going to work on the rain.
Yes, and he had me in the city getting contracts. I worked for a contract at the time. And I was in the city getting contracts for some building and building codes and doing this and that. And they had me in the city until like almost 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm in the city. And I had to take the train all the way back to Brooklyn to go home. And Curtis had already said, okay, we're going to go out tonight. And so I knew it was plans to go out. But after my long day and all of that traveling, once I got home, I was like, I don't feel like going back out. He had to, come on, Zine, come on. We already had made plans. We're going to go back out. I was like, and go back out to the city? I was just in the city. It was the worst day.
It was the worst day. I remember talking to you throughout the day, and you was like, you was fussing. I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not gonna go off well.
It's not going to go over well. She does not have the right attitude right now.
No, you didn't.
So I had to go home and shower and change and then, get ready for a date night. And I was like, just forget it. Not that big of a deal. Forget it. And he kept saying, no. He was coming to the house and when he was going to take, I was like, all right, okay. And so we did. And so we went back to Tony DiNapoli.
Yes.
We went back to Tony DiNapoli's and we had a wonderful dinner and all of that.
We had a wonderful dinner.
Yeah, we did. It was
good. The conversation was good.
Yeah.
Until it was my turn to.
Yeah.
Because I was stuttering and but all kind of stuff. I just wasn't. I was not smooth in that moment at all.
Right. But the best thing was that, Curtis knew me enough that he knew not to make this a big gesture in front of everybody. That's not something that I would have liked. It was a private moment between us. We were at dinner and he was able to talk directly to me. Yes, he was nervous, but he was able to get out his feelings and share his feelings. And it was the most special moment. I really appreciate that he didn't try to make it about everybody and he made it just about us.
Yeah.
And when you proposed,
Remember the owner came out?
I loved my proposal. Yeah.
The owner came out and congratulated us and took pictures and everything.
Took pictures with us. Yep. Yeah.
The rest of them was like, congratulations. All that stuff. I was like, thanks.
Yeah. And I said yes before I got the ring, right?
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I proposed and then I was like, well, yes first before you.
Right. I said yes before he showed me the ring, before I got the ring. And when I looked at the ring, I was like, you did very well, sir.
Thank you.
Very good. This is very good. Yeah. Yeah, so I loved our proposal. I loved our engagement. It was perfect.
Yeah, because truth is, and I think I told you this before, if you said no, we're not going out, you was gonna get proposed right there in that house. I was not waiting another day. That ring was burning a hole in my pocket.
Holding on to that ring. It's just gonna be right there.
I kept feeling like, okay, still here, still here.
That was a big investment.
Big investment because now, like I said, keep saying things are different. I've never spent that kind of money like that on someone else.
Right.
If I'm gonna spend money, it's gonna be on me.
Right.
With someone else, I was still here. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I went to the bathroom maybe like 3 times before I got
To make
got
sure.
to like, okay, it's actually in here. It ain't fall out.
Right. So we did that, and then the next year, October. So we're engaged in September.
Let's backtrack first. I'm gonna tell this.
Okay.
So, of course, I got your father's blessing.
Right.
I got your father's blessing.
Yeah.
Your father's blessing, and we spoke. I said, "Love your daughter. I want to marry her." You know. I said, "Yeah, sure, absolutely." I said, "All right, good." I'm in there. Little did I know, Daddy didn't tell Mommy.
Right.
I still don't know what happened to that conversation when she talked to him about it. So I think I told Mommy before I got to your house. And she was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I spoke to Daddy. Like, he didn't tell you?" "No." I said, "Oh,
So you was supposed to tell her separately.
I'm thinking he's going to just relay the message."
Right.
Yeah, I thought wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So never assume.
In hindsight, I should have had the conversation with them at the same time.
Together. Right.
But I think, I remember it's like yesterday. I spoke today at Crown.
Okay.
That's her brother-in-law's church, my bishop. He was upstairs and she was downstairs. So I'm just trying to get okay so I can get this thing done.
Right.
Mind you, I was already buying the ring. I was already putting money down on the ring.
Okay.
But
so you found a quiet moment with Daddy. You just took it.
I just took it.
Right.
I ain't playing that conversation. I was like, okay, well. So, Mommy, feisty, hilarious. I come in the house, and the way the house was set up, you walk in, if the door's open, you can see right in the room.
Right.
She's like, come here. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, she's going to give me the business. She's going to give me the business. She really didn't, though, because she had somewhere to go that night. We'll talk about that later. She had to go somewhere. So, let me see it. I'm like, here. I think she was mad that she didn't know. And she flipped it back to me like, here, because she's outside the bed. Like, here. Like, it'll do. And she flipped it back to me. I was like, lady, it was my voice.
That was that Gwenda Fever girl. That was Gwenda Fever, babe.
I was like, oh, I want a list.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, I'm on that list.
Yeah. She was mad she wasn't in the know. Gwenda got to know everything.
I didn't know that then.
Gwenda
I didn't know that
everything.
Then. I'm thinking I'm talking to the man. The man gonna relay the message,
Right.
even though I was wondering when she's gonna say something. But I didn't want to. The way I'm thinking he's the man of the house.
And you didn't want to overstep him saying something to her.
So,
okay. Right.
It could be like her. I was gonna talk to her, but I played my position.
Right.
I do want to know what that conversation would sound like when she did ask your father about that.
Curtis asked you. Did Curtis talk to you? Yeah, she probably did.
I'm sure she did. So that's when we had that conversation right before I came to your room. It was like, let's go. Come on, we gotta go.
Right.
So after the proposed was
and then we went back to Crown after I proposed and all the family was there.
Surprisingly, ain't that something? Everybody was there.
Everybody was there to tell them that.
Even your brother was there.
We were engaged.
Well, your older brother.
Yeah.
I think the first person you saw was Sabrina. I think she was outside or upstairs.
Yeah, because I think the service was actually over. They were in service.
We got there right after service.
Right, but they had just let out.
Because I asked us, you want to go home or you want to go see your family?
Yeah.
I remember I asked that question. Like, you was like, oh, we're going to go
see my family, yeah. So we could tell them the good news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went there.
I remember that. And Sabrina, she darn near cried. I was like, okay, I guess engagement's a serious deal around here.
Right.
So I remember Went downstairs to the trustee office, which is now, I guess, your brother's office now.
Yeah, I
However
think so,
set
down
up.
there.
So Frida's down there with your mom. I don't know who else is in there. I think some of the kids were down there. And they close the door like it's something like like she's engaged. And I'm looking like, oh, engagement is a big deal.
Right, it's a big deal. It's
We have to plan a wedding now.
Yeah. Well, now we're planning a wedding.
Planning the wedding.
Right.
I think we
right.
started planning the next day, right?
We did. We started the next day. Yep.
The next day.
So that was good. And
So-
then a year later.
No, let's do this first.
What?
So you hear how I mentioned how her family responded, right? Mind you, her father knew. Look at her
Yes,
face.
everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're church people. So the next day, I think we had that must have been a Friday. 'Cause I remember picking up the ring for I got you. So the next day, I think it was some women's event. And long story short, we was together. I said, let's go to my house. Let's just chill, whatever. And my hand touched the knob. I was like, oh shoot. I ain't tell no one from my family that I got engaged.
No one.
Or even thinking about getting
No
engaged.
one.
It was a shock to everyone.
Mother, father, brother.
It hit me at the door.
And the whole family is at his house.
Which is very rare. It's very rare the whole family's there. Very rare.
Right. And so I'm walking in the door, and so I didn't tell anybody yet. So I'm turning the ring around on my finger, like, okay, I'm not going to just pop in with this ring on my finger and nobody knows anything. And so the first thing he had to do, hello. Oh yeah, by the way, we're engaged.
It wasn't, by the way. It definitely was. Like, hey, get married, y'all.
Yeah.
I think the response was just like this, like, you're not serious?
Yeah. Okay.
So the response was a whole lot different because they were shocked.
Yeah, nobody knew.
They were shocked.
Yeah, I wanted to choke you for that one too.
I could choke myself. I was like,
you didn't think about telling your family.
I said, oh shoot, this is something I need to tell them.
Right.
Oh, by the way.
But they afterwards they were okay. It was
It was definitely okay.
good.
It was just the initial shock of like.
Yeah. It was the initial shock. Right.
Yeah.
So, but then afterwards, I don't know what they expected. Like, because when we started planning the wedding and telling your mom, you got to get a dress, you got to do this, and you were getting your suit made, and you were getting limos, and they were like, "Oh, this is a real wedding."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This
is a real wedding.
Even though they had an idea, I don't think they knew just how bougie I am.
Right. Like, this is the things.
And I think they talked up to you, they making my son do all this stuff, and I'm like, no, I wanted a tailor-made suit.
Right. No,
I wanted limos.
You were very much.
I was very involved in the planning.
Very involved.
I was too involved because I was just annoying you.
You were a little bit too much.
Y'all, I picked the church we got married at. I picked the venue where the reception was in.
Yep. All the music.
You
did.
I did.
Yeah.
And those are usually bridal.
Yeah, you did all that.
I picked them and I was like,
yeah, you were definitely involved. You definitely had your input in the wedding for sure.
It's my day too.
Yeah, and you made sure of that. Like, this is my day too. So you definitely had what you wanted. We did our rehearsal dinners and all of that stuff. Yeah, you sure did.
It was a good time.
It was wonderful. October 17th is a wonderful day. That was a wonderful day.
It was. It was supposed to be a rainy day, and it wasn't.
It didn't rain.
It was actually a very sunny day.
Yeah, it did not rain. Yep, we did. We had a good day.
Remember, this how cultured we are. Remember, we had trumpeters.
We did.
Every time someone walked in or out that door, that thing.
Yeah, we sure did. We had trumpeters.
Yes, do it.
We did. We had the whole royal theme and all
the invitations were like scrolls.
Yeah. Yeah, they were scrolls. They sure were. And so when they were delivered, because they were so big, they couldn't put it in people's mailbox. So a lot of people got their doorbell rang, and the mailman had to actually hand deliver because it wouldn't fit inside the box. And so they were like, "Did you plan it that?" No, I didn't plan it that way. But
it's just a large item.
It was an item. So. Yeah, so that was cute. Something that wasn't planned. Though.
Boy, but by the time the wedding day came, a lot of people were like, I want to see this wedding because y'all, you have a scroll invitation.
Right.
Had a website for the wedding too.
Yep.
We had our own letterhead a
We sure
letterhead
did.
for invitations,
We
and
sure
we had
did.
Barack Obama. He wrote for our wedding. Remember,
Yep.
that was
We
for,
got a letter from Barack Obama. We sure
we
did.
did. They
Yep.
were like, "What in the world is going on here?"
Yeah, we sure did. And that was in our wedding program. Our
Yep.
letter from Barack Obama.
Him and the mayor. I won't say I was Bloomberg then, or De Blasio. One of them two.
It was one.
One of them two. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a day. It was a day in history.
It was. It was. No, I think it was the other. What was the other guy?
The billionaire.
That worked with yeah, it was the other one. I can't think of
I
his
think it was
name
De
right
Blasio.
now.
I don't know. Now we got to do
No,
a
the
look
one
now.
was yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, we did. That was a wonderful day. It was a wonderful day. Yeah, yeah.
So we're
After-
15 years. I think. Well, in 10 years, it's going to be what? Our kids won't have no major events, so we could probably do a 25th.
You want to do a 25th wedding? A vow renewal?
I just want to do a reception, have a party.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do like kind of like your parents did, and just have
Well, it's a lot of
a little family walk-in
Right.
processional,
Right.
and have a party. Let's do it.
right. Yeah.
But now actual whole.
Yeah. Well, Sam graduates from high school next year, so we got to plan something for next year.
I want
him.
something for 20, but that's be a 16 I got paid for.
Yeah, Sweet 16 is coming. Yeah, so that'll be close. So 25, that's normal. 25 year vow renewal.
Oh, 25 years.
Yeah,
We're going to get there.
definitely. So
Hopefully-
what's been the best thing? What's in that? What has been the best thing about being married? Just marriage, period.
Okay. The best thing is waking up seeing you every day.
Aww.
I think our marriage is fun. You know, I think our public demeanor. I think a lot of people think that we're both overly serious.
Right.
But you know, we have our reasons for that though. But at home, our home is very loose. It's very. We laugh at each other. We laugh with each other.
Yeah.
It's full of laughs, full of love. Like you're legit my best friend. So like, if you know, so seeing you and talking to you every day, that's the best part.
Right.
Like I don't have the I hate to use a church word like testimony. I don't have the story of saying, oh my God, I gotta go home with the other lady. Like no, I look forward to going home.
Right.
And when I go home, I literally don't use my. Now I used to use my phone a lot in the house.
Right. You used
Now, I guess it's because as we matured in marriage, I put my phone down. And you catch me, catch me.
Right. Right.
Because I like being home. I'm here.
Right.
My mind's here.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, like you said, the same thing is just having your person. You know, having your person, and you are my person. You are the one that I want to, you know, tell that I had a good day or tell that I had a bad day. You know, just know that I have somebody who got my back always. You know, somebody who's going to protect me. Somebody, you know, I'm not worried about like my husband leaving me out there by myself.
I would never.
You know, that kind of thing, right? So always covering me, always got my back. You know, all of that. So that's the good part, and somebody to take care of me. That's a good thing.
I take pleasure in that.
Yeah. Oh,
I do.
you do though. You do. You take pleasure in, you know, paying the bills and when you know all of that.
There was
good
a time I
stuff.
couldn't do it, so now I'm like, I got it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, all of that. I enjoy all of that.
Good.
Marriage is wonderful. It's wonderful. If it's for you, it's wonderful.
You gotta find your person though.
Right.
Find your person.
Right. Gotta find your person.
Absolutely. So this is another good episode, great episode.
Yeah.
I just hope someone
I hope
blessed
y'all
by
enjoyed
our
our story.
story.
Our beginning. And it's been 15 years and it's been wonderful.
It has.
Yeah.
The first 3 or 4 weren't easy.
Right.
But once we got over that hurdle.
The song that my husband says is a song full of complaining. But the song that says I won't complain.
My God.
I've had some good days and some bad days, but all of my good days outweigh the bad days. When you think about it, when you start remembering, you remember the good days. You remember the good times. It's the good things that rise above, you know, all the trying times. It gave us experience. You know, it made us who we are today. But all those good times, they overshadow,
They do.
you
They
know,
do.
the trials that we had to go through.
And we had to mature to each other too. We had
Right,
to
right.
figure this thing out. But I think like
Right.
we're a place that we got it now. Even though we have our moments,
Right.
they don't last as long anymore. They're not
Yep.
as intense anymore.
Right, right.
So it's beautiful.
As long as you find your person. When it's your person, then it is. It works.
It is.
It's good.
All right.
So,
So again, this is another episode of Mr. and Mrs. If you haven't already, please go to YouTube, like, comment, and most of all, subscribe.
yes.
Because we put all kind of different content up there. We're doing our regular podcast, but I'd like to put up reels every once in a while. You know, just get a little quick look at
Right.
upcoming episodes or
Right.
episodes that has passed. You know, just engages you all.
Right.
If you comment, I promise you, someone will comment back to you. Likely myself or my wife. Who else
Yes.
would be
Right.
Mr. and
It's
Mrs.
going to be one of us.
Yes, one of us
And
will comment.
send us your suggestions. What would you like us to talk about? What would you like us to deal with? And it doesn't just have to be marriage, relationships, children, all of those things. What would you like us to talk about and to engage so that we can even answer your questions or talk about a topic and we can have you on as a guest? You want to talk about it with us? We'll have you on as a guest. So
As long as you don't mind coming to New York, because I'm not finding anyone out.
give us your suggestions. Right.
Don't hit me with that bill later. I had to take a flight out here.
Right, yeah.
You did that on your own accord.
Yeah, we're not there yet. Oh, but we will be. We will be.
We will be.
Right.
Speaking of existence.
Exactly. Humble
All right.
beginnings.
And again, thanks to Full Court.
Yes.
And Need to
Y'all
Know.
like our studio.
Management. It's beautiful. We're
Our
trying a different
decor.
background. I like it.
Yes, I like this one too.
I do.
I like
All right.
this.
It's been fun. It's been a blast.
This has been Mr. and Mrs. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, we love you.
Peace.